morning, Buffalo. Brian Hayden here from Visit Buffalo Niagara with another episode of Buffalo Live. You know, this is a most exciting morning here. We're at Alethea's Chocolates out in Williamsville, and we have one of the most incredible things, a golden ticket from Alethea's. Take a look at this, Buffalo. See that? So this says, "Greetings to you, the lucky finder of this golden ticket from Alethea's Chocolates. Present this ticket at the factory gates at 11 o'clock in the morning on the 25th day of October, and do not be late. You may bring with you one member of your own staff, and only one, but no one else. In your wildest dreams, you could not imagine the marvelous surprises that await you." Now, we're not seeing everlasting gobstoppers or snozberries today. No, we're seeing the making of one of the great delicacies of Buffalo, sponge candy. So I'm here with Joe and Linda and Julie from Alethea's. Thank you all so much for joining us here this morning. Joe, tell us a little bit more. What is sponge candy and what is it made out of? How is it made?
Sponge candy is a mixture of water, corn syrup, and sugar brought up to a certain temperature and other ingredients added, such as baking soda and gelatin, create this beautiful block of sponge.
Now, how much sponge are we looking at right now on sponge candy? These two blocks that are here on the table right now. How much sponge candy is that?
This is about 60 pounds right here of uncoated sponge.
And how often is this process taking place here at Alethea's?
Twice a week, sometimes more.
Times more. And Julie, how much sponge candy does Alethea's make in any given year?
In every given year, like during the week, 500 pounds a week. So times 500 times a whole year, every week, it's quite a bit. I don't know offhand exactly how I have to figure it out, but 500 pounds a week.
That is a lot of sponge candy. Let's take a Absolutely. Let's take a walk and see kind of this process finishing up here too. Tell us a little bit more about the history of sponge candy, Julie.
History of sponge, it goes from Syracuse to Erie. And they don't know exactly. I think at first it was a little mistake. And then all of a sudden, they created sponge by putting the ingredients together. And now it's a big hit ever since. It's very, very, very popular at Alethea's. We sell more sponge than anything else in our shop right now.
And how common is sponge candy, in the country? I mean, how unusual is it for Buffalo to have sponge?
Buffalo has sponge. Everywhere else in the country does not have any sponge. So they come to our shop to get sponge from all over the world. Even New York City does not have sponge.
I heard you guys even talking that something called the Sponge Belt exists in upstate New York, too?
From Syracuse to Erie is the Sponge Belt.
Really?
Yes.
So this really is a very unusual treat here in that we have here in Buffalo.
It is, and when people come to our shop to sample it, they love it. They end up tasting it and love it. It's delicious.
Indeed.
We've been making sponge since 1945 in the New Garden of Sweets, and now this is after their great-grandmother from Kozani, Greece, and we've been open here since 1985.
Okay.
So we've been making sponge for a long, long time.
Indeed. And what's the most popular occasions during the year that you guys sell sponge candy to? Are there certain holidays that it's particularly popular for?
I think it's popular all year round. I think it's never a time to not have any sponge candy.
Indeed.
We cannot sell enough of it.
Right. And what is this process we're looking at right here, too?
She is putting the fresh sponge candy on the belt, and then it's going to go on to the line, and the next woman down the end there is going to put the markings on it, and then it goes under the belt and goes in a cooler, and then the girl in the back processes it and puts it in the boxes and the bags.
Okay.
This is called
The enrobing process.
Yes. Often it's enrobed in milk chocolate, and then we'll switch it over to dark chocolate.
That's great to see this sort of handcrafting going on at the end of the process too.
What she's putting now is an Alethea A on there. We put that on for our store name, Alethea's.
Right.
So we customize our sponge with an A.
And who was Alethea?
Alethea was the owner's great-grandmother from Kozani, Greece.
Cool. Very cool. Well, it's so neat to see a decades-long tradition so alive and strong here out in Williamsville.
It's actually really good because his dad is now 102 and he's still part of the business.
Wow.
Yes, he's 102 and he's still part of this. He loved this place. He loves this place.
So many generations strong. I know we thought of this place just Halloween next week. We've got candy on the brain and wanted to see how sponge candy was made. So thank goodness we procured an Alethea's golden ticket for this great opportunity, behind the scenes opportunity today. So
To the right shop.
indeed.
You came to the right shop. We love it.
And so thank you, Julie, for your time
You're
today.
welcome. We are so glad you came to check out our shop.
And thank you to Alethea's Chocolates. For Visit Buffalo Niagara and Buffalo Live, I'm Brian Hayden.